You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where today we're here at Alton Towers to bring you all of the latest updates from inside the park. It's actually the Kids Pass Day today, isn't it?
It is indeed. So Kids Pass, you sort of pay like a monthly fee and you get discounted rates on like tickets and stuff for attractions.
Yeah, so it's a Kids Pass Takeover today, a preview of what to expect from this season, and of course it's pretty much a full ride offering as well.
It is. I can't wait to get back on some of our favourites.
Of course, our main reason we're coming here today to bring you all the latest updates on what's going on throughout the park. We'll have a look down by the curse at Alton Manor, we'll check out the Nemesis construction site, talk about the retro squad, and bring you any other updates as well, ahead of the main season that starts in about a week and a half's time, Saturday the 18th of March, that we can't wait for the official opening day.
Honestly, I cannot wait.
It's going to be absolutely awesome. In terms of updates though, we just took the monorail in. It's looking really fresh down there, isn't it?
I think they've done quite a good job. I think the only thing that lets the monorail down is I think they need some new trains.
Yeah, hopefully that comes at some point in the future, but they've painted up all the station with the white and purple colour scheme. There's loads of new speakers in there, so I think there will be new audio for the start of the season. Not at the moment, but like I say, this is like a pre-season visit. Along with that as well, we got some great views looking over the Nemesis construction site from the monorail. As you can see just here, how weird is that? Like not seeing the Nemesis track there for the first time since 1994.
Honestly, it just looks so strange. I can't get used to it.
It's really weird. As you can see just there, you know, where the iconic corkscrew normally is there, all the scaffolding in place. Obviously the lift hill, the brake run, the station area do remain in place, but throughout this year we're going to see the new track for Nemesis arriving.
Which is exciting.
It is really exciting. Along with that as well, we also passed over the curse at Alton Manor, and you can just see a look at the facade here that's been painted, and yeah, they've added a lot of grey onto there. Looks really good. They've took the old crypt away that came in when Jewel opened in 2003. That's been removed now, and it's really opened up the facade, which looks amazing in my opinion.
I can't wait to go on it. They're doing some work on it today, so I don't know how close we'll be able to get to it.
Yeah, our best view is probably that from on the monorail, but still lots going on, lots to see here at Alton Towers. Looking forward to it. Always great to be back here on Tower Street and hear the iconic music. And yeah, here's a look at all the events that we got coming up this year. I do like this new poster actually, big focus on all the events at Alton Towers these past few years. And yeah, it's great to see again for 2023. Of course, the first event coming up will be Festival of Thrills, the Smiler Takeover from the 17th of April until the 7th of May. So yeah, only a few weeks to go until that event will be starting. Oh, look at this just here, the Earl's Crossroads Confectionery. That's a nice rename for that, isn't it? I like how Alton Towers are referencing the Earl again there. That's really good to see.
Nice. I like the font and everything.
Yeah, that's just a little kiosk here at the front of the towers on the way down to X Sector. Here we go, first ride of the year on the Smiler just here. Of course, 10 years of the Smiler. Cannot believe it, 10 years of this iconic roller coaster, and 10 years on, no other theme park anywhere in the world has still topped the record of 14 inversions on one ride. It's good to hear that soundtrack again, hear it roaring around the track. So we're going to have a ride on the Smiler. And of course, have a look at any other updates down here in X Sector. Lots to cover today. 20-minute advertised wait for the Smiler this morning. Looking forward to getting back on this, Charlotte.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Oh, it's always nice to be back at the local, you know, and as much as the official season hasn't started yet, it's always nice to come for these little previews. They do quite a few buyout days. It's actually 4. So the first one, which was yesterday, was for John Lewis, which is for all their staff at John Lewis and Waitrose. It's the Kids Pass Day today. Then next weekend is the Blue Light Weekend for 2 days. And the following weekend will be the main opening of the season. Right, we'll see when we come off. First ride at Alton Towers of 2023 on the Smiler. Tell you what, it was great to get back on the Smiler, and it was riding really good there as well.
We had a row 2 ride and it was riding good. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad we had row 2 actually, because it's really cold today, and yeah, I thought if we were on the front row it would be really cold, but yeah, look, it was on row 2, so we had that protection from the front row. Yeah, it was riding really good, wasn't it, Smiler?
I really enjoyed it.
Fantastic, always great to get back on these rides here at the local park. Now whilst we're down here in X Sector, let's talk a little bit about the retro squad, and also a ride that has now left Alton Towers permanently. That's Enterprise. It's gone from the park now.
I will quite miss it, to be honest.
It was additional capacity down here. It's such a shame that unfortunately it has left the park. But yeah, this site is being prepared by the looks of it for something. So let's have a closer look. Firstly then, let's start off by talking about this Retro Squad ride we can see down here. Of course, Spin Jam is back for a second year down here in X Sector, and that's a Tivoli Extreme. And yeah, just off to the right here, I'll zoom in a little bit for you. We can see the former Enterprise site. And yeah, the ride's been removed, they've actually filled in the hole and flattened it out at the moment as well. Now, we do know there is going to be a new Retro Squad ride coming to Alton Towers for this year to replace Roller Disco in Dark Forest. However, there is a chance possibly that it could be coming down here by the looks of it, because yeah, they're flattening it all off, maybe preparing some sort of foundation. So yeah, possibly this new Retro Squad ride, maybe it isn't going to Dark Forest, could be coming down here. And there we go, just around the corner here, you get a better view looking at that new paving that's gone into place. Could possibly just be a seating area, or maybe we'll see the Retro Squad ride put down here in its place. Still, it's very sad to see another permanent flat ride at the park gone now.
I know, that's a sad thing, but the issue is if it is next to here, it's going to look out of place.
Yeah, too. I mean, the whole idea was adding capacity to the park, wasn't it?
Around the park, if you've got two right next to each other, it's just not going to look right.
Yeah, two temporary rides. It's not good, like with these Retro Squad rides now.
I'm hoping this is the last year of them, really.
Yeah, they're looking very out of place. Obviously, the Retro Squad, the whole idea of it was to add capacity during COVID, when indoor rides weren't allowed to open. So they added a bit more capacity. But yeah, obviously now, they do look very out of place here. We love fun fair rides, but on a fun fair. Let's look at Spin Jam in action down here as well. Back for this year. But yeah, hopefully we're going to see...
We need some permanent flats. It's 100% needed.
It's getting a bit embarrassing now, isn't it? Like, you know, this is a premier theme park with some great roller coasters, but...
All the money that's been spent on like these rides, they could have had a permanent one.
Yeah, they could have. Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, will it be a picnic area or will it be the Retro Squad? We'll see, but we might get our answers when we go to Dark Forest, you never know.
Check out and see what's up there.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, there we go then, that's your updates down here in X Sector. No ride on Oblivion yet, it's not open at the moment. Hopefully it will be later, and we'll nip back across if it does. Well, we just thought we'd nip into Just Chicken whilst we're here to give you all some updates, because yeah, they've actually replaced a lot of the tills here now with these self-service machines, which I quite like actually.
Yeah, I quite like it because it's a lot easier, isn't it? You can do it all on here and then just pay for it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what has changed for this year is the operators of the food is now actually done by Aramark.
It is, so we have some prices go up.
Yeah, I mean, Aramark came in to the southern Merlin parks for last season.
This is like the first time it coming to Alton Towers.
Yes, that's in the park and hotels as well, so it's meant prices have gone up quite considerably, as we can see just here. I mean, we'll go into more detail about this when we get into the main season for you all, and we do our annual food vlog. But yeah, obviously inflation as well has gone up quite a lot recently, but yeah, a few changes in here. We'll talk more about the food when we get into the main season.
I love the annual food vlog.
Yeah, good thing is with this, you can still get your annual pass discount on there as well.
Discount thing that comes up and you can add it on.
Yeah, so it can be more efficient, and there's quite a few of these here actually in Just Chicken. So we've left X Sector now, making our way towards Dark Forest, and we'll have a look around there shortly. Yeah, here's a look at the beautiful Alton Towers ruins. Hopefully we're going to be heading back inside there for walking around soon, because yeah, last year, if you remember, it wasn't open until like a few weeks in the summer.
Yeah, they opened quite late. I quite like walking around the towers, so do a lot of people.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to see them open up early season. I mean, there's no excuse really for them not to be ready for the start of the season in a couple of weeks, so fingers crossed we'll be able to walk around, because yeah, it really does add to the experience here at Alton Towers and offers something away from the rides. Seems like another one of the kiosks has had a rename for this year as well, with some new signage. The Archway Gatehouse just over there, and yeah, of course that's at the bottom just here as you walk up towards Fountain Square. Yeah, I like those little changes. Down into Dark Forest now for the first time in 2023. 25-minute wait for Rita. For a couple of reasons why that's quite busy. I'd imagine first one is because it's on one train. Like I say, we are here at a preview of the season. It's not like the full season offering yet, so you don't expect things to be on full capacity if you come to something like this.
It is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. But there's one train at the moment on Rita, probably still finishing off the maintenance. And also another reason why it might be quite busy is because 13 is closed down here at the moment because it's too cold for 13. And that's probably the case why there's quite a few rides closed today actually, because of the weather, which, you know, is understandable. It's very cold.
Today. very nippy on my hands.
Right, back on to talking about the retro squad then, shall we?
We've lost one.
Here we go. So yeah, for the first time in a few years now, we aren't seeing a retro squad ride down here by the looks of it, because Roller Disco, that was one of the original retro squad rides, has now gone from the park, and it's left this big open space just here again now. I think this is pretty much confirmation that we're going to be seeing that new retro squad ride down in X Sector, to be honest.
There's not any work going on down here. I think this would just become like a picnic area again.
100%. They've actually removed all the queue line and everything from here. Obviously there was a wooden fence all the way around. As much as it was a temporary ride in the middle, there was a wooden fence. You can actually see where it was, and they've took all that out, the queue line. So yeah, I pretty much say that it's going down in X Sector.
Oh, no.
So two right next to each other. Yeah. It's not going to be good.
What it looks like when it comes in.
Yeah, we can't judge it until we see it.
Until we've seen it.
But we are at a point now where, you know, Alton Towers needs to invest in permanent flats.
We just need some permanent stuff, even if it's a case of just getting 2 permanent ones for the time being and then expanding, but these need to go.
Even 1 per year for the next few years or something.
Yeah, people
but
would appreciate it.
normally these manufacturers do like multi-ride deals, you know, so hopefully we'll see something. I mean, there's a lot of projects going on to be excited about with the Project Horizon, Secret Weapon 9, of course the Curse at Alton Manor, which is opening in a couple of weeks, and the Nemesis retrack. Lots going on, and we're really grateful they're doing all of that, but this needs to be a priority.
It does, 100%.
I'd have took this over waiting for SW9, to be honest. Get some permanent flats in, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I wonder why they didn't want to put it in this location. I'm thinking maybe what they're bringing in can't fit here. That could be a...
It is a big space, but it's not a big space depending what's coming in.
Yeah, especially if it lifts up as well. Like, it looks like we're going to be seeing Starfighter, which travels around fun fairs in Scotland. So maybe it wouldn't fit on this site with queue lines and things as well. Yeah, lifting up, you've got, I think, Regis supports are just here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it looks like Dark Forest is going to be without one, which is one of them. It makes the area more immersive without it.
It does, yeah.
You know,
just put some nice seating down and have a nice picnic in the summer.
I won't miss having the music blasting out down here. However, that kind of defeats the object of the retro squad as well, because it was about adding capacity around the park and not all in one area. So we'll see what happens, but come on Alton Towers, we really need to get this sorted out now. Well, there we go then, left Dark Forest. We'll head down there and get on 13 later if it does open up. Like we said, it is pretty chilly though today.
It is. I hope it opens, because I really like 13.
Yeah, interesting developments though with the retro squad and not having one in Dark Forest. So we'll see what happens, but fingers crossed next year for some permanent flats, or at least one, or a gradual phase out. We'll see what happens. Talking of fun fair rides though, we're here in the world of David Williams now. Flavio's Fabulous Fandango, back again for its 3rd year. But obviously this isn't part of the retro squad, but it is still a temporary ride here in the area. Back on Wallybum's Way. It's not been that long since we were in this area though, because obviously it was open at Christmas, and that's the great thing about indoor rides such as Gangster Granny the Ride. They can open up over winter, and it's proven indoor attraction, which is great for a park.
It's something for people to do. I feel like it could have been open for February half term as well, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Work on it in the future.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's a look at Flavio's just over there. Obviously you got Raj's Bouncy Bottom Burt with Frog Hopper, and the Royal Carousel just down there. And of course, since we was last in this area, confirmation now that planning permission has been approved for Project Horizon, set to be Secret Weapon 9 being built right back over there.
So excited for it.
Oh, and of course we believe from our sources it's going to be an indoor roller coaster here at Alton Towers.
Exciting. I love an indoor coaster.
Oh, it is very exciting. As much as I would have definitely put in some permanent flats before that, in my opinion, this is very exciting for Alton Towers. And in 2025, this area is going to look very different just here. So obviously we're going to be walking through where these bushes are right now, down a pathway which is going to lead down that way to a huge show building. Obviously last year we knew that they were planning to do this, but we didn't know if they were going to get permission or not. And don't get me wrong, it was quite rocky actually. There was quite a few objections, but luckily they've got permission. So we know that this area here, you'll be going straight down there. And what's quite interesting is they've actually put a new gate in just here. This has gone in, which is really interesting. So yeah, let's see what developments are going to be happening. Yeah, they've completely replaced the gates. Obviously all this will be changing. They're going to have to widen the pathway for 2025. Couple of years to go until we're going to be gearing up for a new indoor roller coaster here at Alton Towers. Here's an interesting one for you then. So obviously the Alton Towers dungeon is an upcharge here at Alton Towers, and it's never really been popular and took off since it got put in, to be honest. But yeah, the price today is £2.50. Obviously I wonder if that's going to change in the season, or if we're still going to see it at the high price.
I think that's a good price, to be honest. I think they've done a good job to try and get people in.
Yeah, I mean obviously they've not displayed annual pass prices today because it isn't an event for annual pass holders. However, they have reduced it today, so maybe we're going to see a reduction in prices this year, or maybe we could be saying bye to the dungeon at some point point soon, especially with the new development just around the corner. This whole area could get turned into something else, you know.
So it could go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's never really fit in here at Alton Towers in our opinion, so we'll see what happens. And obviously the actors do a fantastic job in there, nothing against those. It's just this type of attraction as an upcharge doesn't work inside a paid theme park attraction in our opinion. Here we go then, we're going for a ride on Hex, the Legend of the Towers, just here now. Of course, a quality dark ride here at Alton Towers Resort, been open for 23 years now, Hex. Crazy, isn't it? Big bell just there. It's a beautiful themed experience, this is. And hopefully we're going to see a new themed experience in just over a week and a half's time with the Curse at Alton Manor. Hopefully it's going to be really immersive, like Hex is just here. Really nice, impressive, heavily themed rides. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. We'll be here for opening day, 18th of March, main season here at Alton Towers, and the Curse at Alton Manor. Another spooky ride for us to enjoy, and we're looking forward to it. Oh, it's always great to get back on Hex. Of course, it was open at Christmas, so it's not been ages since we've been on it, but it's a beautiful attraction, that is, isn't it?
I absolutely love Hex. The story, the ride, it's just fantastic.
Fantastic, it really is. Vekoma Madhouse with some excellent theming in there as well. But like I say, we're very excited for the latest dark ride. As much as it is a re-theme of Jewel, it's pretty much everything in there has been completely transformed, so we're looking forward to it.
But I am looking forward to the updates and seeing what they've done inside.
Definitely, it'll no longer be an interactive ride. It's one where we're going to be sitting there enjoying the experience now instead of shooting the targets.
Make it better.
Yeah, definitely. And in a week and a half time, we're going to be riding it and finding out.
Can't we?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Opening day. But yeah, sun's come out now. If you are coming to this Kids Pass Day next year or in the future, obviously you just do one a year here. Then yeah, you know, it does get quite busy. Some of the queues now are up to 50 minutes.
Yes, it is quite busy today.
Yes, don't expect it to be absolutely empty, but obviously, you know, it all depends on ride offering. You got to think with Nemesis being closed this year, that's taken away quite a bit of capacity from Alton Towers. And then with a few other bits shut today, like Spinball, which is closed throughout this event.
You do see the difference.
Yeah, you do notice some of the bigger queues, you know, but you got to think it's a heavily reduced discounted rate to come in. Well, we're going to bypass Wickerman for now and head down to there later on and feed the flames. We are going to head up through Katanga Canyon now and of course down towards the Curse at Alton Manor, see what we can see. I don't think we can go right out the front of the ride because from what I saw on the monorail, it looked blocked off around that area.
Might have to come back down and then round the other way.
But we might get a sneak peek through the trees possibly at the facade. And along with that, of course, we'll head to the Forbidden Valley and have a look at the Nemesis construction site and see what that's like now it's all been walled off. Well, of course, we're bringing you all the latest updates today here from Alton Towers ahead of the main season. And yeah, as you can see just here, new speakers have been installed all the way around the trough on the Congo River Rapids. Hopefully this will make it more exciting as you're going round. It's actually got a new soundtrack playing just here as well. It used to get quite dull in some areas, especially since it got toned down a few years ago.
Boogies were going round.
Yeah, I like that. Here we go, like a kind of African vibe soundtrack playing in the background. I think that sounds really good, yeah, and adds to the area. And here's a sample of the new soundtrack just here. Alton Towers has spent quite a bit of money around Katanga Canyon this winter, which is good to see. Yeah, they've completely repainted the sign here for the Runaway Mine Train and of course put some colours on the post just here as well and also further up, which is great to see. Yeah, quite a lot of investment in this area, along with pressure washing all the rocks and all the pathways. Looks really fresh.
I enjoy the ride, choo-choo.
Choo-choo! Just had a nice ride on the Runaway Mine Train, and yeah, I'm loving that new sign on the operator's cabin as well. How cool is that?
I really like that. The choo-choo is just so iconic. People love it.
Yeah, it's been iconic for many years now. However, there's never been a sign referencing it until now. So there you go, I'm really pleased to see that. And just the general investment around Katanga Canyon. Fantastic to see some new colour schemes. They've redone the ropes on
nice
there.
And fresh, which
yeah,
is good.
Fantastic to see. Talking of fresh, let's talk a little bit about Alton Manor. Now, we can't actually get down into the area because obviously it's closed off just here. In fact, to get to Forbidden Valley, at the moment, we're having to walk around that way, but that's only temporary for these 2 weekends. Obviously, when the main season kicks in, the path will open as normal. But we did spot from on there, lots of work's happened to the queue line for Alton Manor.
Yeah, they've put like a whole new queue line and new fencing in there, ready for it open.
All gravestones as well that have either been refurbished or some of them look new. Up in the old queue line for the haunted house that's not been used for years.
I've never been up there.
Yes, that's really good to see. They're obviously expecting it to be very busy. We know they're going to be selling fast track as well for that ride.
Which is very interesting.
Yes, they're obviously expecting it to get busy. There's some new steps that they're putting out the front. I'll show you again actually just here so we can reference that. Also, they're working a little bit on the food units that's not been used for a few years now.
I think it'll be good to have a food outlet down there because we did miss it when it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it was Nitrogeny last, wasn't it? And that wasn't great. It needs to just be a generic food outlet selling all sorts of things. Maybe a coffee shop with cakes and that sort of thing.
On the go.
Yeah, and themed items would be good to fit with the curse at Alton Manor as well. But yeah, we'll go and see if we can see any more on the pathway down towards Forbidden Valley. But like I said, I don't think we're going to get many ground views because the area is all closed off at the moment whilst they're still working on it. Oh, I tell you what, it's good to hear that noise again. The rumble of a wooden coaster here at Alton Towers. Wicker Man just here. Feed the flames. Yeah, I'll have a ride on Wicker later on. Probably end our day with a ride over on Big Bob. Great to see in action again.
I love Wicker Man, one of my favourites.
Great overall experience ride, it really is. And yeah, this pathway is still open here at the moment. If you've been watching my series about creating the British Theme Park Museum, you'll know I'm currently building a Wicker Man themed section. Of course, if you haven't already, check out the series. Well yeah, I've got a big sign, and obviously I've put a TV in the middle of it. Well, those signs are actually round these viewing windows just here, obviously on the construction site. And in fact, it was these ones down on this path that hasn't been used since the ride was actually under construction. But yeah, there was all viewing windows around there. So yeah, fun little fact for you. And there we go, you can hear the new soundtrack playing all the way around the queue line and the station area for the Congo River Rapids as well. They've actually re-tarmacked all this path just over here as well, which is good to see, these little investments. They did a lot of retarmacking for last year, and obviously they've continued doing that over winter as well, which is good to see. And of course, this is as close as we can get for now to the curse at Alton Manor, opening on the 18th of March. And yeah, you can see the facade changes just here, and quite subtle what they've done, but I do like it. They've made it a lot darker, more murky with the colour scheme on there. Used to be a lot more cream and vibrant, and yeah, it looks really nice actually. The paintwork they've done up there, especially around the windows, looks brilliant. You can see through the windows now as well a lot better, and yeah, quite a lot of work still going on, it seems, in the area itself. Obviously they have removed the large roof that was on the crypt, and yeah, they've left the base of the crypt in place just there as well, which looks great because it's really opened up the facade now compared to how it looked when Jewel, of course, operated here at Alton Towers with the zombie and the big roof over. I always remember the original haunted house and having this view, and it was just a little gravestone before, so it looks quite similar to that actually. Yeah, really impressed with what they've done. Looks like they're doing some work here to the food unit as well at the moment. Looks like there's some undercoat just on there and painting it up, and obviously we're expecting that to reopen, and also the shop as well, which is going to be having some big updates, we believe. Well, there we go, a look at the exterior facade work on the curse at Alton Manor, opening on the 18th, just over a week and a half to go.
I'm really looking forward to it, I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely, very excited to see what they've done on the inside. And as much as it looks like subtle changes on the outside, I think we're going to see something much bigger inside the building.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they've done. I'm hoping that there's some really big changes.
Yeah, hopefully so. Anyway, we've now made our way round here to Forbidden Valley, and there's a lot going on down here. For the first time in many years, we're not going to be hearing the roar of Nemesis in Forbidden Valley this year. But of course, Alton Towers are doing this huge project, retracking the ride for future generations to enjoy. Should last at least another 30 years, which is great. It's weird because I'm going to be like 60, you know, by that time. That's really weird to think, but here we go. Let's have a look what's happening down here in Forbidden Valley. And as we can see, the pathway is all closed off down here to Nemesis. However, look at this massive structure that's gone into place just over here. So obviously we know that Nemesis Subterra will be coming back in some capacity this year. However, we don't know the exact details yet, and we're not really expecting that to be for the opening day because nothing's been announced about that yet.
I think it'll be later into the season.
Yeah, probably when it starts getting a bit busier. Yeah, definitely. But you never know, we could still hear something this week, but I very much doubt it. Something that is going into place is this large platform that looks to be a viewing area looking over the Nemesis site, which is really awesome to see. So obviously Alton Towers Towers can't really hide this project. Everybody knows what's going on. It's a Nemesis retrack. We now know the track will be coming back with a new colour scheme, some changes to the story and updating the area, which is great to see. And yeah, obviously you can see it from the monorail, you can see it from Galactica, you can see it walking around the area, the outside of the park. There was no way of them hiding this. So I think they've built this viewing platform by the looks of it, so we're going to be able to look over the site, which is great.
Really nice, to be honest. It would be good to have like a time lapse, but it would be quite a long time lapse going.
Yeah, I reckon they probably will do, to be honest.
It would be quite good.
We might see some actors around here over the course of the season, especially as the year progresses, the new track starts coming in. But yeah, really exciting. But yeah, it definitely looks like a viewing platform, the way they've set this roof up. Walk all the way along here and up that way. It's worth pointing out that it's not being built over all of the queue line for Subterra. It's only built over this side of it, and you can still access the building and the queue on the left. But yeah, really excited, and it's good to see them doing something like this. They know how iconic this ride is. As much as it's going to be really sad not seeing Nemesis operating this year, in 12 months time we'll be getting back on the beast. And just before we head further down in Forbidden Valley, a look at the fence just here. So yeah, it looks like the access ramp to get up there onto the viewing platform, and obviously some work taking place over there at Nemesis Subterra as well. So yeah, really interesting developments down here in Forbidden Valley. Just around the back of the Blade here now, and here you get another view looking at that new viewing platform just over there as well. Yeah, you're gonna get a fantastic view looking over the site from that. And obviously because that whole side is blocked off, it's meant that the Blade actually has a new entrance. Yeah, we're not going on Ripsaw, folks. I wish we were. Yeah, Ripsaw's old entrance is back in use, but now is the Blade's entrance just here. So yeah, that's just here on the left. Who remembers back in the day, you'd walk around here, you'd queue up all the way around here, and then you go over a bridge just here to get on Ripsaw, that of course was located over there, that's now home to a funfair ride. Well, there we go. Yeah, this is the Blade's new entrance. I'd imagine this will only be temporary throughout 2023, and then it'll probably move around the other side again for next year when Nemesis reopens. But yeah, this is your temporary entrance for Blade. And back for a third year up here in Forbidden Valley is Funk and Fly, the final one of those Retro Squad rides that we can see just over here as well. I think out of all of them, this is still the one that fits in the best, in my opinion, into the area.
It's not too bad with the colours and stuff, but obviously when Nemesis opens next year, you don't really want a funfair ride in the area.
That's the thing, you want something themed in, you know. Funfair rides are great at funfairs, you know, and travelling around like they should be. But yeah, here's a look at all the fencing just here as well, and as we can see, Nemesis is closed as the investigation is underway by order of the Phalanx. Of course, you've got the QR code just there as well that links through to the page on the website. Biohazard, property of the Phalanx, and of course the different numbers all down there as well. Yeah, all blocked off just here. I look through the gate just here at the Nemesis station, and from here it doesn't actually look that different, because obviously you can still see the lift still in place. And obviously looking more detailed, think, oh yeah, we can't see the 0G roll on the station, we can't see that first corkscrew, and of course the iconic loop that would normally just pop out over the top there as well. And round here as well, another look at the other side of the fence just there. Interesting how Mushroom Cloud is still in place there, the old Nemesis bus. Oh, I love it. And yeah, just over here as well, of course, Galactica, which yeah, is operating. Going to be interesting to see if they do have to close the monorail or Galactica at any point this year, because obviously they both do run over the Nemesis construction site, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it feels very empty down here, but obviously it was always going to, wasn't it? Some markings down here on the floor, quite interesting. There's a look at Galactica. Also seems like the paint in the monorail supports black down here as well instead of green, as you can see. They're kind of in the process of doing that at the moment. But throughout the year we'll have lots more Nemesis updates coming up. Obviously not lots to see now, it's more working on the foundations. Then as soon as the new supports and tracks start to arrive, we'll bring you all the latest updates. And just before we head down onto Galactica, here's a look at the footer work that's currently ongoing. So yeah, you can see it taking place there. If I pan around to the left hand side here, we're actually right underneath Galactica now, of course towards the final part of the Nemesis layout. And yeah, there's a look at the start of the brake run, the old trains there all in bits. And there we go, big Nemesis update, lots going on. Absolute ghost town down here at the end of Forbidden Valley at Galactica. And I tell you what, this is a sign of what it's going to be like this year, because obviously the main event's closed down this end of the park. It'll be really interesting to see how busy Galactica does get this season.
It's really quiet down here.
Yeah, obviously Nemesis is normally that big draw, isn't it, down to this end? So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Right, let's go have a ride on Galactica. walk on. My favourite coaster here at Alton Towers, however I can see us having a lot of rides on there this season because the views of the Nemesis construction site are fantastic from on there.
They are, we'll get some really good views, and I quite like Galactica, to be honest. It's an underrated coaster.
You enjoy it a lot, don't you?
I like it.
I'm just not a big fan of this style of B&M flying coaster. I like the Vekoma ones a lot better, where you're not hanging on the brake run for ages. But yeah, I'll be having a lot of rides on it this year to look over the site and give you some updates. But yeah, from on there you can see how quite a lot of foundation work is ongoing, so I don't think it'll be too long before we start seeing the new track and supports. Maybe this side of summer possibly.
Yeah, I'd like to hope so.
Yeah, obviously a lot of work's ongoing at the other side of that fence. I didn't really know how far ahead they'd be from the foundations because you can't really see that from outside the site. But yeah, lots of work going on in there, and of course we'll keep you updated throughout the season. Down here now on the front lawns, and yeah, we was here a few weeks ago for the Pirate Takeover during February half term, and obviously mentioned how they hadn't replaced the lawn yet from Christmas and fireworks. Yeah, they put all the new lawn down just here and it looks great. Obviously nice and fresh, ready for the events this year. Stages in place over there as well. Hopefully we'll see something on the stage for when the park opens, because in my opinion it's not great having a big stage there and having nothing on it, so hopefully we'll see something on there from the start of the season. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Obviously last year it wasn't used until a few months in. We'll see what happens.
They've got a stage there, they might as well utilise it for the whole of the season.
Yeah, even just a live vocalist or something on there. Obviously I'm sure we'll see all the benches come back out on here ready for the event season as well. Yeah, good to see. Yeah, all pressure wash going on just here as well on Tower Street, which is nice to see. Lots of updates throughout the park, lots to cover. Obviously, like I say, you can't fully judge things until we get to the main start of the season, which is in a couple of weeks' time. These previews are just that. They are previews, the buyout days. It's not part of the main season. So yeah, looking forward to just under 2 weeks' time and coming in for the actual opening day and of course the new attraction. Talking to new things, we'll have a look through Towers trading. They don't normally bring in the new merch until the official start of the season, but we'll have a look anyway and just see what there is. And as expected, there's no new merchandise yet here in the shop. However, I'm sure that'll change when the park opens, and we'll do our annual tour around of all the gift shops as well.
We will indeed.
Have you got just there?
I still really like this
patch shop from Scarefest just there. Hopefully Scarefest is better this year, fingers crossed, that's another thing. And then down here as well, still got these jewel items for sale just here as well if you still want to pick up one of those. Well, we'll have a stroll through CBeebies Land now and see if there's been any changes in here to update you all on. Worth pointing out that Spinball Wizard is closed today as well, and yeah, I don't think that's due to the temperature. It wasn't advertised to be open today, was it?
Maintenance on there.
Maybe because it was open at Christmas as well, wasn't it? So yeah, possibly so, getting it ready for the main season itself. Octonauts open down here as well, Zamperla roller coaster down here at the park. I do like a bit of Octonauts, great family coaster. And like I say, if you haven't already, check out my video about Project Horizon, talking about Secret Weapon 9 and possibly how that could be a Zamperla roller coaster here. We know they've worked with them before on this ride, and yeah, looking at the different options that indoor coaster could be for Project Horizon. And yeah, you've got the Zamperla factory coaster that looks quite interesting, so maybe that could be what we're seeing. Certainly a possibility. Hey, it's Peter Rabbit! Hey, love Peter Rabbit just here in CBeebies Land. Hello!
Say hello to everyone.
Oh, it's a bit cold today though, isn't it? Oh, chilly. That's it. That's a good jacket, that. Thanks, Peter Rabbit. Bye. Hey. Down here in CBeebies Land, love Peter Rabbit, I do. Brings back them childhood memories. Peter Rabbit on ice for me. You used to absolutely love it.
I can't remember it that much because I was very small.
Go Jet is having a bit of work done just over here, as you can see. Like I say, it's just a preview of the season, you know, when you come to something like this. No, that's the thing, it's a heavily discounted rate to come in as well for the Kids Pass Day, so yeah, it is what it is. Hey Dougie, just over there. Yeah, nice how they got the characters out here in CBeebies. As expected, with it being Kids Pass Day, it's really busy here in the family area, CBeebies Land. Some pretty big queues around here. Look at Post and Pat, not seeing it that busy for quite some time. Now this actually used to be called Nina's Science Lab, and it was quite a nice little interactive exhibit. Been closed for a few years now, however they've changed the colour scheme over winter. It was white before, and yeah, obviously they've changed it now to yellow and blue. So maybe something's going to happen in there in the future. Hope so, because more indoor things are needed. Well, we made our way over from CBeebies Land back here into X Sector now then for a ride on Oblivion. Yeah, it's warmed up a bit now, so it's been able to open, which is good. Make the most of it with a ride here on the world's first vertical drop roller coaster. Opened, of course, in 1998 here at Alton Towers, and still a fantastic ride. Of course, from up here as well, you get a fantastic view looking over the park and the surrounding area here in the Stavanger Moorlands. Let's go and ride. 5-minute wait. Don't look down. Some off-ride footage there from Oblivion, first ride of the year on there, and yeah, fantastic as always. B&M quality you see there.
Oblivion's great, short but sweet.
And great to see, of course, the new B&M coaster opening in the UK this year, World of Jumanji at Chessington. Really excited for Mandrill Mayhem, and yeah, B&M build quality fantastic. So look forward to that, and of course, new B&M track coming for Nemesis later this year.
So exciting.
Yeah, lots going on, lots of exciting projects. Anyway, pretty much seen everything today in the park. We're going to head over to Wickerman now and have a ride on there.
Oh, my favourite.
We think you might be running 1 or possibly 2 trains because they're very slow on the dispatches, but that's to be expected because, like I say, it's a pre-season event.
Exactly.
Well, the Alton Towers geese are back in force for this year as well, ahead of the new season.
This is George.
George, he's had mentions in the vlog before, but yeah, George can be a bit vicious, so don't get too close to him.
I love it.
Round here in Mutiny Bay, and yeah, Battle Galleon's not open today. However, you can see the lake's all filled up now. Boats are all ready to go over there on the right hand side as well. Obviously they drain the lake, or lower the lake should I say, over winter whilst they do a lot of maintenance on there on the trough, and obviously that runs all the way around that half of the lake. And obviously the boats were out on the coach park only a couple of weeks ago, and they're now back in the trough ready to go. But yeah, lots of updates around Mutiny Bay. We did cover those when we came for the pirate takeover over half term, so check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it. Traffic patrol out over there as well. Looking forward to the entertainment again this year. And yeah, it's going to have a ride on Wickerman. Oh yes, I have missed Wickerman over winter. Fantastic coaster. And at the moment, my favourite roller coaster at Alton Towers. Of course, we know Nemesis for this year. Wickerman's a great ride, it really is. And yeah, 60-minute wait. I think it could be on 1 train, but we'll find out. Awesome ride there on Wickerman, and I tell you what, it was great to feed the flames again for the first time in 2023.
I absolutely love Wickerman. It's my favourite ride at the park.
Yeah, it was just running 1 train, so we waited about 75 minutes. So obviously it started the day on 2 trains apparently, and then went down to 1. But at least it did stay open for people who've come today.
These things happen.
Yeah, definitely. You got to think it is a pre-season event. Main season 18th of March, week and a half away, and we're really excited. And of course, we're going to be here for the opening day of the Curse at Alton Manor.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've done.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been a really good day today. Of course, thanks to Kids Pass for hiring out the park and holding the event. Obviously, Kids Pass is great because you get lots of different discounts on theme parks and attractions, and anybody can use it, which is great as well. And you don't have to have kids. You know, anybody can use it to get discounts on attractions.
You can get discounts on hotels and everything like
holidays, meals out, like all sorts of stuff on there, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's a really good thing to actually have. But yeah, it's great how they hire Alton Towers, done it for a couple of years now, and it's been a really good day, hasn't it, today?
I've really enjoyed it, but it's been very cold.
Yeah, it's been very cold. We're lucky to have got the amount of rising that we have. In terms of updates around the park, of course, lots going on as we've seen with the Retro Squad over here at Nemesis as well. And of course, yeah, the Curse at Alton Manor, seeing the facade just there. Lots going on. Still quite a bit of work to be done before the start of the season. But of course, we'll be going into even more detail in our opening day vlog from the park.
Day of the season.
Yeah, definitely. The official start to the season on March the 18th. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining us at Alton Towers in this vlog. However, we're going to be staying over tonight, aren't we?
We are. We're staying staying at Splash Landings. I've never stayed there before.
Yeah, and I've stayed many years ago, so I thought we'd book a stay. It's really cheap actually at the moment, so we thought we'll go and stay at Splash Landings Hotel, do a full room tour, and show you what that's like. Of course, that's the water park themed hotel that opened in 2003 here at Alton Towers, and it's quite ironic because it's 20 years old actually. Yeah, so I thought it'd be a good time to do it. 20 years of that, and of course the water park as well, which we'll be giving a bit of a review of. But stay tuned for that. It'll be coming up next here on Theme Park Worldwide. But that leaves us with one final thing to say.
Get out there
and keep on riding. See you all in the next vlog.